ADHD can be so tiring, and that's exactly what this video is gonna be about. This video is not scripted and it's gonna be very spontaneous. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Paula. If you're not new to this channel, I will be very surprised because I haven't posted in a year. I started this I call it an English YouTube channel because my main channel is in Polish, but I started this YouTube channel with an intention to train filming in English because I speak English on a daily basis and I feel comfortable speaking English, but I'm not used to filming videos in English. And I'm a full-time YouTuber with a good YouTube channel, but marketed for a Polish audience because I speak Polish. And then I thought that I can do the same thing and film everything in English. And I've been thinking about posting regularly about filming in English on YouTube for a couple of years now. And as you can see, I've only posted few videos. I can't remember what the exact number of the videos I posted, but I think it's less than 10. So it's been a couple of years of planning, thinking. In my head, I have a whole plan. In my head, I am a successful YouTuber. I'm very excited to get some new audience and have cool interactions with people who watch my YouTube videos, maybe even having some cooler interactions on Instagram. I'm a successful English-speaking creator on social media. That's in my head. And what have I done to achieve that? Not that much. That's the problem. I have ADHD, as you can probably guess from the beginning of this video and probably from the title of this video. And I got officially diagnosed last year, but I've always been suspecting to have ADHD. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. I have two dogs and they just opened the door from my bedroom to go to the garden. I'm a little bit nervous, as you can probably see. So I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and I also struggled with depression for many years. Luckily, I overcame depression, so I'm very happy about it and I'm very proud of myself because it was not easy. I also struggle still with anxiety, and yeah, I have ADHD, so quite an interesting combo. I got my diagnosis for ADHD not because I wanted to give myself a label, because I don't really care about this, but my goal last year, I promised myself that I will try to find the best manual for myself. So I will try to understand myself, to love myself. I'm doing pretty good because I used to hate myself and I didn't even know about it. So I'm doing well in this part of my life usually, because of course I have my low days as well. We all have low days. No one is perfect, obviously. But I still need to understand what's the best way for me, what's my manual. So finding out and finally confirming that I have ADHD only allows me to educate myself a little bit on this topic and understand why some of the tasks that are absolutely normal for regular people, I don't know if regular people is okay, it's called neurotypical people. So some of the tasks for neurotypical people are super easy, and for me, they feel like the hardest things in the world, and I feel like I'm gonna fail. Sometimes I wanna laugh at myself. What are the tasks that I'm struggling accomplishing? They can be like very simple, ordering gallons of water. I need to text someone and have a delivery to my house. And I cannot tell you how difficult this can be sometimes. It feels like my whole body is screaming, don't do it, you will fail, it's gonna be difficult, it's gonna cause you a headache. And then when I do stuff like this, it turns out that it's very easy. And when I accomplished this goal that was so unachievable and it was so difficult for me to accomplish, I just feel so good. This is also another thing that my psychologist explained to me, that sometimes my brain subconsciously makes easy things more difficult. So then when I accomplish that, I just feel more pleasure and the dopamine hits harder. So I understand that. And it's good to understand where it's coming from and understand that there's nothing wrong with me. This is just how I function. But it's very difficult sometimes because I feel that, and we're all the same, we have so many opportunities in our lives and we can accomplish so much. So I can only talk for myself. I am a very creative person. I love doing creative stuff. I don't know if you can see this plant on the back and the plants, the flowers in the vase. I crocheted these flowers and I'm very proud of these projects. I love crocheting, I love editing videos, I love filming, I love working with clay. I don't know, painting pots. I love everything creative and my life is pretty interesting. I train paddle, I live in Bali, I used to work as a model. There's like so much going on in my life that I think is really interesting and it's fun. I find it fun. Maybe some people will not find it fun. It's fine. Everything is subjective. But I feel that I have so much to offer and I just don't translate it to my videos sometimes because I get stuck. So something that I've been experiencing today is actually really interesting. I love to analyze what's going on with me just to understand it a little bit better. I got a massive anxiety today. It's related to my Polish YouTube channel. I got some copyright strikes, or not even copyright strikes, but I comment on a Polish show. I comment on The Traitors, but Polish version. And the TV station that releases it just blocked my videos, and then I need to disagree with this decision and give them an explanation, and then usually after 5 days they just unblock my videos. But because of that, I feel that I failed. I have massive delays and it's just giving me so much anxiety and so much stress, and I'm trying to trick my brain into thinking that everything is fine, trying to still work, maybe making another content, but the delay is so big. I think I'm 5 or 6 episodes behind. So because of that, I have 2 extra videos that I already filmed. My videos are super long. It's like an hour and a half long. So accidentally, 2 days ago, I think 2 days ago, but I found out about it today, I deleted a file with an already filmed video that was almost 2 hours long, and I'm trying to recover it, but I cannot find the file that I deleted. So probably this whole work I just wasted it, which is fine because it happens to everyone. I hope I will find it somewhere in the deleted files. I got some special programs, but the point is different. The point is that I got a massive anxiety from this, even though it's not helping me. So because I am still in the therapy, I learned that the feelings we're having, the anxiety, is supposed to help us. This is a signal in a crucial situation that motivates us, and we are more aware. Usually, sometimes the adrenaline level is higher. It's like a survival mode, so we can escape the danger. But in this case, the anxiety is not helping me. So I need to understand that my body is trying to help me. It's not trying to hurt me. My body is thinking that it's helping me, and I have to appreciate that, but then choose to focus on other thoughts. And there are so many different ways to overcome that, right? So I understand the theory behind it, and I can usually stop my anxiety to some degree. I can very often stop my panic attacks, and today I felt like I was about to get a panic attack. I managed to stop it, but it's just been an uneasy day. And I messaged my friend who also has ADHD, and I asked her if she wanted to come over and watch some movies with me or Netflix, I don't know. And she told me that she's going to the gym, and I just shared how I'm feeling. And she could absolutely relate to it, and we started chatting about it, and she told me, and then on top of work and the delays and feeling a little bit lazy because I'm not in my most productive mode right now, although that's not really true because this week I spent 6 days in a row working for like 9 hours, which is a normal shift, so I'm no hero, but I was definitely productive. I don't need to be a hero. I don't want to work myself to death. I don't want to work 12 hours a day. That's the whole idea. But I told her that on top of work, I also feel like a failure because, not a failure, sorry. I also feel stressed. I'm not going to give myself any negative labels. That's also very important to watch my language. I don't want to call myself names. I like myself enough to not do it. But I can realize that I feel stressed. I'm feeling stressed and I'm feeling uneasy today. Also because I keep thinking and fantasizing. I don't think that was a proper pronunciation. But I'm making those scenarios in my head where I am filming regularly on this channel, and I'm slowly but surely getting some traction, and I'm sharing my thoughts with you and showing you some creative sides of mine. And I in my head, I'm like doing good already, you know, just like growing it. And I'm just thinking, oh, this is a great idea. I have to film about this. I have to share that with my potential future viewers. And then the problem is that I just don't do it. And sometimes I feel that I just don't do it because I know that my video is not going to be perfect. So I'm waiting for the perfect time to film it. But I know that none of my videos, none on anybody's videos is going to be perfect. This is not possible. There are no such things as perfect videos. They don't exist. Then so the perfection is stopping me. But then I was talking to my friend about it, and she also told me about the ADHD paralysis. And I didn't know about it. I've heard about procrastination, but the ADHD paralysis feels like exactly what I'm feeling in some parts of my life. So I'm very often feeling like I want to do something, and in my head I'm visualizing myself doing it, but then my whole body screams, don't do it. No, don't do it. And it's like so almost physical. It's a physical feeling. I can feel symptoms of it in my body, that it's very difficult to overcome that. And I feel that in so many different parts of my life. It's the same about cleaning, but I do it regardless. So I clean my house against my will. And then when I start cleaning, I actually start enjoying it. It's the same with editing. I love editing videos, but just before I start editing, my whole body screams, don't do it. It's almost like I don't have a control over my body and over like what's going on. Then it also makes me feel like I don't have a control over my life. And I hate the feeling of not having control. It's just a weird circle. So I asked my ChatGPT. I upgraded my ChatGPT last week or 2 weeks ago to a paid version. And I use it as an extension of my therapist. And honestly, this is so helpful. I use it for cooking as well and a lot of other stuff. I love ChatGPT. Of course, I worry that maybe one day AI is going to be against us. That's why I'm very friendly with George. That's the name I gave to my ChatGPT. So my ChatGPT is a man. His name is George. Hi to all Georges. I don't think George watches me. So I started asking about ADHD paralysis. And the way George described the paralysis, the ADHD paralysis, I was like, holy shit, this is it. That's exactly how I'm feeling. And it's kind of nice to understand what's going on with you. And it's nice to understand that I'm not the only one, because it's easy to feel that there is something wrong with me. I used to think when I was depressed, I used to think that I was broken. Now I know I'm not broken at all. I actually think I'm a pretty cool person. Not for everyone, but for myself. I like myself a lot. But I can see the difficulties I have, and I can see a lot of things that I still have to overcome. That's absolutely fine, because we will always have something to overcome, something to work on. I'm absolutely fine with that. But there are some aspects of ADHD and anxiety and some patterns, psychological patterns that I have that make my life more difficult. So I want to find a way how to make it less intense so I can still navigate around it. So I got some tips from ChatGPT. It's too early to share it with you yet, but you can use ChatGPT if you want to, so you will get some answers. I need to sit on it, think about it, and just analyze it a little bit. I was very specific when I asked about this topic. I told George that I struggle with filming in English and I have many big plans and I'm excited about filming, but I just haven't done that. I mean, I filmed a few videos and then I stopped. It's just frustrating, you know? And I'm not angry at myself because I know that I just have some difficulties, but I just want to overcome that. That's my goal here. So I started analyzing a little bit what George told me, and I started understanding that I need to break down this big task that feels impossible to accomplish to a smaller one, and finally put a little bit of action. And basically AI told me to make small steps so I can feel that I'm moving towards something. So prepare a makeup and set up a camera. And maybe, if you feel like it, film a video that you're not gonna post. But maybe then you will change your mind and you will end up posting it. So it's like, make small steps, but don't tell yourself that right now you're filming the actual video that you're gonna be posting. So it's kind of like tricking your head. It's funny, like the manual that I use, it's usually like tricking or not listening or like acknowledging the voice in my head. Like when I feel that I need to clean my house, my first initial thought in my head is like, no, don't do it, you can do it tomorrow. When I hear that, I just don't listen to it. I'm like, oh, okay, I see it. And then I just go and do stuff. And it's done after 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I can chill now. And I feel so much better. So this kind of stuff was sitting heavy on my chest, and the more I started reading about this paralysis, I was like, okay, I understand that this is me, I'm not a failure, even though I feel disappointed. I don't want to be too hard on myself, but I'm feeling uneasy. So I was talking to my friend still, and we were just like sharing our experience, and I thought, okay, you know what, I'm gonna film tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna set everything up tomorrow and I'm gonna have a nice day and feel good, and I'm finally gonna make the video I've been wanting to film. And then it just hit me and I was like, hey, why don't you just do it right now? Because I was thinking this ADHD paralysis is quite an interesting topic. So I thought I'll film it tomorrow. I'll film about it tomorrow. And then it just hit me, you can do it right now. Because you know what, also, anytime I feel this paralysis, I can find so many excuses why it's not a good time to film right now. So for instance, it's after the sunset already. So I love to film with natural light. I think my skin looks flawless, I look very young, and it just looks nicer. But then I thought, you know what? I have 2 big lamps. I have colorful lamps that I can use for my background. I'm good. My video can look okay. It's not an excuse. It's not a good enough excuse. I was also thinking, but I'll have to do a lot of makeup and stuff. And I'm like, not really, because normally on everyday basis, I don't use a lot of makeup. I love my lipsticks. So basically I put a little bit of a concealer, a little bit of powder, because I live in Bali, and also when I got a thought that I'm gonna be filming, I had my face mask on. So, you know, I was pretty shiny. So I got a little bit of a concealer, blush, lipstick, and a little bit of powder. And I was ready in 5 minutes, probably, maximum 8. So was that a good excuse? Absolutely not. And another thing that was also stopping me was I wasn't sure what I wanted this YouTube channel to be about. And I was just thinking, maybe I can film about this topics, or maybe I can make it about crochet, or maybe about this, or maybe about that. But I have a YouTube channel that brings me a stable income that I'm absolutely happy about. I'm very happy with the money I'm making. So I can just treat it as the same way I was treating my first YouTube channel. I didn't know what I wanted to film about. So I just went with the flow. My videos were chaotic. I was just like rambling a little bit about everything and nothing and everything. Oh, gosh, you can tell English is not my first language, hey? So I don't have to be so harsh on myself. this is like the first videos I'm filming for this YouTube channel. I'm sure my idea is gonna get more clear the longer I film. And also, I don't need to film every single day right now. Maybe I can film once a week. Maybe I can film twice a week. Honestly, with the video that I'm filming right now, I can film very quickly. So it can be quite spontaneous. I can figure everything out as I go. So it's not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be. And right now, I've been talking to you for 21 minutes. I'm actually enjoying it. I'm getting everything out of my chest, and I'm sharing an experience that I'll tell you why I love filming videos like this. Because when I'm going through something in my life, I love to hear from other people, and I love to hear about other people's experiences. So, for instance, I've been sober for 2 months, over 2 months. It's not forever, but I wanted to try going sober. So, when I made this decision, I watched so many videos from other creators that they were discussing sobriety and what was the most challenging parts about it. And it actually made me more excited about this topic. When I struggled with depression, when I was struggling with depression, it was a long period of time. I watched a lot of videos about people who overcame depression. When I struggled with self-love, I watched a lot of videos from creators that struggled with self-love, and they were sharing tips, and some of those tips did not apply to me. But some of them were so helpful, and also it gave me a different perspective, because sometimes when we're going through hardships, it's easy just to focus on how difficult it is for us. And sometimes we forget, because sometimes I feel that I am the only one, that everyone else is, in quotation, normal. And there's something wrong with me. Why am I experiencing it? Like, why am I struggling with shit that people just do on a daily basis and don't even think about it? But then I also realize, and it doesn't make me happy that other people have struggles as well, but hear me out. I also realize that every single person has their own hardships. I just don't know about it sometimes. Sometimes people just don't share it. Sometimes it's difficult to see it. Sometimes they manage it differently, but nobody's life is perfect. It gives me a different perspective as well, because it's like, it's fine, your problems are absolutely valid, but also get a bigger picture. And also don't forget about other people. You know, it just makes my problems look more, I mean, people overcome the difficulty, so I can overcome that as well. It's just a nice thing to do, I think, to like share with people, understand different experiences. I used to go to women's circles. I'm very lucky because I live in Bali, so we have a lot of activities or events like this. Mental health is quite a big topic here, thank God. And it really, really helped me to share my experience and to hear other people out. So many times I cried during women's circles. So many times other girls cried. So many times I saw some women, girls, whatever, when they were entering women's circles, and I looked at them and I was like, wow, this person looks like the coolest person ever. They probably have a perfect life. She's so gorgeous. She looks so confident. And then she was sharing her story and she was breaking down in tears. And sometimes I would hear horrific stories, and the person who appeared the most self-confident would be super insecure and have a lot of doubts. And it didn't make me happy to hear that, absolutely not. But it gave me a perspective that I should not judge the book by its cover, which obviously as humans, we do that because it's a survival mode, to have a quick understanding of another person without getting to know them well. It's like survival mode, like danger, no danger, like her or not like her. So the first instinct is kind of out of our control, but then we can make a conscious decision what we're going to do about it and how we're going to approach another person, even if the first instinct was wrong. And so many times my instinct was wrong at first, or like my first impression, maybe not instinct. So that's why I like sharing videos like this, because I feel that maybe it will motivate someone. It definitely motivates me. Experiencing this stupid ADHD paralysis finally pushed me to film a video to this channel. And I'm not lying, I'm not joking when I will tell you that I've been thinking every single day for over a year to make a video. That's ridiculous. So here I am. I just shared a little bit of my struggles with you. Thank you for hearing me out, and I hope you're having a lovely day. And just remember that if you're struggling with anxiety as well, this anxious feeling will pass. That's something that helped me a lot, realizing that this feeling is not forever. It will pass. The panic attack will pass. This is temporary. Even though it's awful, it's a horrible experience, it will pass. Whew. Guys, have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully. Keep your fingers crossed, please. See you, bye.